Quick headline of The Guardian. Iran's president's high wire appeal for diplomacy buffeted by winds of war. Shalom, all glorification, honor, and praise is due only unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, all the bishops and elders who rule and teach the Lamb's well. Salutations to the Ba'ashadawadah house of David the elect. And when we, as the hopeful elect men of the Lord, beginning with the elder apostle of Great Millstone down, look at certain headlines, immediately, precepts will pop, and I seen this in my feed just a few minutes ago. Today is Thursday, September the 26th, 2024, the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble, and this was put up yesterday. And you could probably already guess where I'm going, the book of Jeremiah. Because the days of diplomacy are over. All right, diplomacy will not work because the Bible prophecy says that this third woe is coming quickly. All right, so this is Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 1. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh. All right, this is what the Lord says, not us. Okay, we are reading His words. All right, written down thousands of years ago by the men of the Lord. All right. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, I will raise up against Babylon, all right, America, and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me, a destroying wind. All right, it's going into nuclear destruction. All right, ICBM missiles are going to be the end of this place, and ultimately the end of Esau, all right, the so-called white man, beginning with his elites. That's what's going to take them out of power. Okay, that destroying wind is going to blow across this whole land in the very near future, and will send unto Babylon fanners, verse 2, that shall fan her and shall empty her land, for in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about. Right, that's what's coming, this day of trouble, Jacob's trouble. All right, so it's high time for you Israelites, all right, who are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, to wake out of sleep, spiritual sleep, including you Israelite foreigner brothers and sisters of speckled birds. On his first visit to the U.S., Iran's new president has spoken of a new era of cooperation with the West. It's not, again, where the days of diplomacy are at an end. Okay, peace talks will fail. We always go into these scriptures, man. We Christians will tell you they've read the Bible cover to cover. You're not supposed to read the Bible like a novel. All right, through that precepts I get understanding. Okay, you go line upon line, precept upon precept. Jeremiah 51 will lead you to, for example, Revelation 18, which will lead you to Isaiah 34, which will lead you to Malachi 4, and so on and so forth. Okay? You stack precepts, okay, to prove your position, to prove your point. And we're supposed to prove all things through what? Through these scriptures. All right? It says, it is an offer that intrigued diplomats but left them struck by the constraints, ideological, internal, and geopolitical, standing in the way of substantive change in relations. Masoud Pezeshkian came to New York for his first UN General Assembly since his election, asking the West to look at Iran again, all right, Persia, largely by challenging the double standards that led to its silence about the massacres in Gaza. He has insisted Israel and the U.S., all right, the little Satan and the great Satan, okay, not Tehran, were the region's troublemakers. And that's true, man. Esau is the biggest troublemaker on the earth. All right, he goes into all these foreign lands, okay, rape, robbing, and murdering, okay, steals resources, puts the people, into bondage, sets up central banks. He hasn't been able to do that in Iran, and that's why Iran has been so heavily demonized over the last 15 years. North Korea has as well. Libya, they didn't want to play ball with the bankers. All right, so the bankers, all right, them Amalekites, the chief tribe of Esau, Edom, the least of the flock, what do? They send in their lapdog, all right, their whipping stick, which is the U.S. military, okay? They take it by force, man. The book of, what is it? Micah goes into that, I believe. Hold on. could be mistaken, but let's see. They covet lands and take them by, Esau is a covetous man. The covetous man. You have covetous men among Israel. All right, but the covetous man in the Bible are the Edomites. Micah chapter 2 and verse 2, and they covet fields and take them by violence, right? And houses and take them away, so they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage. And that's what he's done to our people. He's oppressed our people and taken away our heritage. But we've gotten that back through the power and spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Once again, this is prophecy. Okay. Quoting him here, it says, "We do not wish to be the cause of instability in the Middle East," which is a false construct. This Western Asia. All right, he said in a whirlwind round of interviews and meetings, including with the French President Emmanuel Macron, they are dragging us to a point where we do not wish to go. Right, well, that's what Amalek's doing. He's drawing these nations out for what? All right, for this war. That will be fought in that region, but will also be fought throughout various parts of this earth. And it is coming to America. All right. We always talk about how clueless you fucking people are, and you are. And Esau has, used the media and entertainment, sports, that bread and circus, to captivate 2/3 of our people, and 2/3 of our people are walking around just blind, oblivious, in fact, to the things that are going down on this earth. All right. The Iranian leader said of Israel, "There is no winner in warfare. We are only deluding ourselves if we believe that." Well, America's not going to win, and neither are these nations. Okay, they're just being used to do the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, which is to destroy, all right, this whole system that the so-called white man has set up in the earth. He's trying to establish his NWO, but ultimately he fails, and the kingdom of heaven will be established after the heathen armies are destroyed in the valley of Yehoshaphat, valley of the Lord's judgment. More informal, instinctive, and less forbidding than his conservative predecessor Ibrahim Razi, Pezeshkian revived the moribund Iranian reformist movement, overcoming a highly filtered system to win a surprise electoral victory in July. In his first 2 months in office, he has tried to pick his way through a polarized system, insisting Iran will only thrive if it is cohesive and he acts through consensus. He frequently trades on his personal integrity and modesty. His own life story, that of a heart surgeon and father who raised his children alone after he lost his wife in a car accident many years ago, is unusual. He has frequently said he will resign if he feels he is not having any impact reforming his country. Ain't going to be no reforms, ain't going to be no diplomacies, not going to be any peace brokered at any of these assemblies, the UN or whatever, or these summits that they hold. All right, this is the, and again, we constantly harp on World War III. All right, which is going to culminate once again in the valley of Yehoshaphat. But yeah, I mean, it's this place is done, man. All right, this place is done. I'm gonna go to Revelation, chapter 18, and verse 8. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day. All right, America, her plagues, America's plagues, Babylon's plagues, death and mourning and famine. All right, that's what's coming to America: death, mourning, and famine. Right? This book contains lamentation, mourning, and woe. Okay, Ezekiel's 2:10 tells us that through the Spirit, this place is going to experience death, mourning, and famine. All right, not pretty things. All right, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. All right, destroying wind. All right, she shall be utterly burned with fire, for strong is the Lord Yahweh power who judgeth her. That's right. He's the Most High, man, the Ancient of Days, and he's a man of war. Yeah, Yahweh, the name of the Heavenly Father in the Paleo Hebrew tongue, is a man of war. All right, the Lord is his name, or Yahweh is his name. He's strong, man, and he's getting ready to judge this whore. All right, for all her iniquity. All right, for her sins. which have, reached the heavens. All right. And the kings of the earth, verse 9, who have committed fornication and live deliciously with her, shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning. So the nations will witness this destruction. All right, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, alas, alas, that great city, Babylon, that mighty city. Nations are sometimes, referred to as cities. All right. For 1 hour is that judgment come. That's how strong the Lord is. He's going to bring this place down in an hour, man. Once that fire starts burning, all right, which the fire's already kindled, Yahweh said, what will I, if it be already kindled? Yahweh is going to, he's coming back. Talks about the brightness of his coming in 2 Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter, right? But yeah, this place is going to burn to the ground, man. All right. Okay, it's gonna be quick. All right, ain't gonna take long. All right, for all the shit you see, all right, across this whole landmass to go up in flames, man. All right, and it's gonna burn as the lake of fire is gonna burn for an awfully long time. All right, when the Bible talks about forever and ever, when it says things like forever, that's a long period of time. All right, ultimately, this place will be turned into a desert. Bunch of desert creatures dwelling here, no men. All right. I don't need to go any further, right? Yeah. Iran's president's high wire appeal for diplomacy buffeted by winds of war. Okay. So, yeah, and again, anyone talking about peace and safety right now, we know what happens, 1 Thessalonians, the 5th chapter, when they say that. When they say peace and safety, then sudden destruction comes. And it is going to be very sudden, and the world's not looking for it. The unbelieving world of Israel, it sure as hell ain't looking for this. Esau's not looking for it. He thinks this place is just going to go on forever. With his pride and his haughty spirit and nature. So no one's going to be looking for this except the elect men. All right, who are standing on spiritual watchtowers in these last days, prophesying to you Israelites, warning you to flee this wrath that's coming. All right, because that's what's coming to this place. All right, so I don't want to wrap this out. Lord wills, you was edified through your spirit. I don't want to say shalom. It's on to the next video.